Thanks ACORN TV for sponsoring this video. Disclaimer: fatigue can be a symptom of an underlying, more serious health condition. So if you're struggling with fatigue and you can't pinpoint the root cause of that problem, you should definitely seek professional help. So this video is going to shed some light on some habits and lifestyle changes you can make to start battling your fatigue. But of course, none of this advice should replace you being followed properly by a doctor. So let's start with habit number 1. It seems almost ridiculous to think that exercising can actually help you feel less tired, but it's actually true. So here's a quick explanation taken from Harvard Medical School's website. To begin with, cellular level changes occur inside your body when you exercise. Exertion spurs your body to produce more mitochondria inside your muscle cells. Mitochondria are known as the powerhouses of cells because they create fuel out of glucose from the food you eat and oxygen from the air you breathe. Having more of them increases your body's energy supply. And exercising also boosts oxygen circulation inside your body. This increase in oxygen not only supports the mitochondria's energy production, it allows your body to function better and to use its energy more efficiently. Plus, your body gets a boost from an exercise-induced increase in hormone levels that makes you feel more energized. Okay, so maybe doing a HIIT workout is not the best way to fight exhaustion right off the bat. But incorporating enough recovery time with low-intensity workouts, brisk walks outdoors, or something lighter like a yoga session can help you structure a healthy fitness routine while also avoiding overtraining, which can in turn make fatigue even worse. Okay, so I love a good cup of coffee. It's probably one of the things that really makes me wake up in the morning. And while that cup of coffee works wonders in making me feel more alert and more energized during the day, replacing all of my water intake with coffee, for instance, and drinking too much of it can definitely be my downfall in terms of productivity. So first of all, let's talk about what coffee actually does to you. Caffeine blocks the effects of adenosine, a molecule naturally produced by our body that makes you feel sleepy. When you drink coffee, your body absorbs the caffeine in it, and that caffeine sticks to the receptors in your brain. However, once the caffeine wears off, your body experiences a buildup of adenosine, the one that was being blocked off for so long, and it hits you all at once. So the recommendation is to limit your coffee consumption per day, never forgetting to drink water as you're drinking your coffee, and trying as much as possible to switch to decaf in the afternoon. In fact, coffee can stay up in your system for up to 10 hours, so there's probably no need for you to boost your coffee intake after lunch. Actually, the afternoon slump you feel is mostly caused by your meal and the natural drop in energy levels. So try as much as possible to concentrate your coffee intake for the morning and try to naturally allow it to leave your body in the afternoon. Speaking of natural energy levels, let's talk about your biological prime time. This is the time of day when you have the most energy. Everyone has different energy levels throughout the day. Your energy fluctuates around your meal times, the time when you take your coffee, according to the quality of your sleep, and even taking into account emotional and other psychological factors. While some people have a great notion of when they're most prone to tackle a lot of work, other people really benefit from logging in their energy levels throughout the day for a couple of weeks just to realize when they'll be most productive and when they'll go through a slump during the day. This helps you manage your expectations regarding your work better during the day, and it also allows you to manage your tasks efficiently if you're able to, because you're going to match the difficulty and the focus level of each task to the specific energy level you have during the day. Okay, so here's the thing. Emotional factors can play a big role in how you feel during the day, including your energy levels. In fact, there's something called emotional exhaustion, and its general symptoms include physical fatigue, lack of motivation, trouble sleeping, absent-mindedness, headaches, difficulty focusing, and so on. Not addressing your negative emotion and the resulting exhaustion you feel can have a snowball and then a loop effect. The more emotionally exhausted you are, the more physically exhausted you become, and the more physically exhausted you are, the more emotionally exhausted you become. And that's because, in terms of physical activity, there are some factors that may play a big role in trying to manage your emotional exhaustion. And these include exercising, eating healthy, practicing mindfulness, and improving your bedtime routine. So in general, if you feel like your negative emotions are way too much for you to handle, meeting with a professional as well as adopting the right lifestyle changes can make a big impact. You see, a therapist can give you the right tools for you to go through a particularly bad period in your life, and that's a perfectly valid reason for you to feel tired all the time. Okay, so everyone is always so focused on the morning routine as the holy grail of your productivity routine and your productivity system, but no one really pays attention to your evening routine. Besides being as important as your morning routine in your life, because they give you time and the space for you to introduce valuable activities into your routine, evening routines are actually fundamental to ensure you actually have a good morning routine. So if you want to start a new morning routine this year, you should actually start by focusing on your evening and bedtime routine in order to build up from there into a great new morning routine. So let's talk about the 3 basic cornerstones of a basic and solid evening routine. So first of all, we have setting and winding time. So this means knowing that around 1 hour before bed you should unplug, avoid screens, engage in relaxing low effort and low value activities. Secondly, we have improving your sleeping environment, which is basically setting and designing the environment around the place you sleep with that in mind. This means basically taking a look at any potential devices or aspects of your bedroom that may be contributing to poor sleep. So think about investing in some good blackout curtains, minimizing and tidying the space around you. And finally, we have thinking and engaging in key activities that trigger sleep for you, which can be anything from reading to journaling to meditating, you name it. Okay, so we don't establish enough boundaries in our lives, and I'm guilty of that too. So making an effort to establish clear-cut moments when you stop working and start focusing on yourself or your family or your hobbies is absolutely fundamental for you to manage your energy levels correctly. However, this is definitely something that you need to practice. It does not occur automatically, especially if you're someone who is prone to be very dedicated to work. And for some people, establishing those boundaries the other way around is important too. It gives structure to your day and allows you to identify the triggers that allow you to shift your mindset between work to leisure and vice versa. In the beginning, setting boundaries is a lot about creating these boring artificial reminders to help you internalize this idea. You can either use alarms on your phone or computer, keep a task log, stay accountable with the calendar blocking technique, and so forth. I know, all of these techniques sound pretty boring pretty fast. But the key idea here is that with these artificial time management helpers, you start getting the gist of it, and with time you get so accustomed to this way of managing your time, you won't need alarms or calendar blocking techniques or logging your tasks anymore. And before I leave you, there's this great show I really want to recommend to you called Under the Vines, and it's available on ACORN TV. So ACORN TV has a lot of shows you never watched before, and after 2 years of lockdown, I probably have watched almost every single thing available on every streaming platform. So Under the Vines is like the Stardew Valley of TV shows. 2 people used to the city life inherit a failing vineyard in rural New Zealand, and despite hating each other and never having really worked in their lives, they need to make that vineyard as successful as possible. You can watch Under the Vines in any device, and when you finish the show, there's always something new to discover every time because ACORN TV releases new shows every single week. They're all ad-free, and you can get access to thousands of shows for just $5.99 a month. But if you use code Mariana in all lowercase letters, you can get a 30-day trial and basically watch Under the Vines for free. And if you like it, you can just renew your subscription. As simple as that, no strings attached. So don't forget, click the link down below and use code Mariana to get your free trial on ACORN TV. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!